Myself Mohammad Shadab. I have been a math teacher since past 12 years and I have done my ME in Digital Electronics, MSc in Mathematics. I am a well qualified, trained and experienced tutor, and here is my teaching demo. So the topic that I am choosing for my video is quadratic equations. Quadratic equations means any equations of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation. Okay, now this is the identification of a quadratic equation. For example, if I say x plus 2 x plus 3 is equal to x plus 4 x plus 5. Directly from seeing it you cannot say that it is a quadratic or not, so you have to solve it. So you get x in bracket x plus 3 plus 2 in bracket x plus 3 is equal to x in bracket x plus 5 plus 4 in bracket x plus 5. If you solve it, we are getting x square plus 3x plus 2x plus 6 is equal to x square plus 5x plus 4x plus 20. This x square is eliminated and therefore this 5x is also eliminated here. You get 4x plus 20 minus 6 equal to 0. So 4x plus 14 equal to 0, which is not quadratic. Okay, so this is how to identify the quadratic equation. A should be not equal to 0. That is the only condition for a quadratic equation. If A is equal to 0, it becomes linear. If A and B both are 0, then it becomes a constant. Okay, so that is quadratic equation. Now let's see the first method of quadratic equation in solving a quadratic equation, that is factorization method. It is also called splitting the middle term. Splitting the middle term. For example, a very famous quadratic equation is called x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. We can split the middle term as such. This product should be 6 and the sum should be 5. There are only two options, 2 and 3. If I say 2 plus 3, I get 5, and 2 times 3 is 6. So I will split this into 2 and 3. So I will get x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. Then I will just group it and I will take common x in bracket x plus 2. And then I will try to make the same factor. So I will take 3 common, x plus 2 equal to 0. So I am getting x plus 2 x plus 3 equal to 0. So I am getting x plus 2 equal to 0 or x plus 3 equal to 0. So x equal to negative 2 or x equal to negative 3. These are the two options that I got. Now with this method you are able to solve most of the quadratic equation, but why are there other methods? Why are there other methods? So every time you are not able to split the middle term, that's an issue. So because of that, there has to be other methods. For example, one equation, if I say x square plus 5x plus 7 equal to 0. Now if I have 7 as a product and I have 5 as the sum, then 7 has only factors 7 times 1, which will give 8 and not 5. So this cannot be solved, by factorization. Therefore we have another method called completing the square method. Completing the square method. In this method we just complete the square and then we get the factor. Now let's see the example that we have just discussed. X square plus 5x plus 7 equal to 0 cannot be solved. So what I will do is I will take the x square and 5x here and the 7 I will put on the other side. And now I will check whether the x square coefficient is 1. Now here it is already 1, so I don't have to divide, otherwise I have to divide and make it 1. Then the formula is half into coefficient of x whole square. So it will be half multiplied by 5 whole square, which is 25 divided by 4. This is my factor that will make it complete square. So what I will do is I will add it on both sides. X square plus 5x plus 25 over 4 is equal to negative 7 plus 25 over 4. Now I have to take square root of the first term, that is x, square root of the last term, which is 5 by 2, and sine of the middle term, that is plus, and I will do whole square. That is equal to, this will be minus 28 plus 25 divided by 4. So I get x plus 5 over 2 whole square is equal to minus 3 by 4. But now it is negative and it's not possible, therefore roots are not real for this one. Roots are not real. Let's see another example with real roots. So if I say that x square plus 6x plus 10, if I do this, that won't work, so I'll do 4 here. So I'll get x square plus 6x is equal to negative 4. Again I will do half into 6 whole square, that will give you 9. So x square plus 6x plus 9 is equal to negative 4 plus 9, which will give us again square root of the first term, square root of the last term, sine of the middle term, whole square is equal to 5. 5 is nothing but root 5 whole square, and I will take square root. Taking square root of both sides, we get x plus 3 is equal to plus minus square root of 5. So x is equal to negative 3 plus minus the square root of 5. Therefore x is equal to negative 3 plus square root of 5, and x is equal to negative 3 minus square root of 5. That is one method. Now as you can see, this is a very long and tiring process. So this process was simplified by a scientist, and that is called the formula method. Now we have to just see, for example, if there is a quadratic equation called ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and we need to complete the square for it. So we first divide by a. You divide by a, you get ax square divided by a plus b divided by ax plus c divided by a equal to 0. So a will be cancelled. X square plus b divided by ax is equal to negative of c divided by a. Now I will take half into b divided by a whole square. That will give me b square by 2a square. I will add it to both sides. I will get x square plus b by ax plus b square by 2a square is equal to negative c by a plus b square by 2a square. Now I want 2a square here, so I'll do some adjustments. But first, it will be b square by 4a square, not 2a square. It will be b square by 4a square. Okay. Now I will again use the same technique. Square root of the first term, square root of the last term, and sine of the middle term whole square. That will give us, this will be multiplied by 4a, b square minus 4ac upon 4a square. So I will get x minus x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to b square minus 4ac upon 2a square root whole square. So therefore square root of both sides, square root of both sides, we will get x plus b by 2a whole square, sorry, x plus b by 2a is equal to the square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Here I will write plus minus. So x is equal to minus b by 2a plus minus the square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So x is given by minus b plus minus the square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is called the quadratic formula method. By this we can directly find out these roots of the quadratic equation, and this b square minus 4ac is called the discriminant, which we will discuss in the next slide. B square minus 4ac is the discriminant that shows us what roots will be there. For example, if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then we say roots are real and unequal. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, we say roots are real and equal. And if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, we say roots are not real. Okay, so these are the roots of the quadratic equation. Let's do one example. For example, if I have x square plus 5x plus 7 equal to 0. So if we say b square minus 4ac, we get 5 square minus 4 into 1 into 7, which is 25 minus 28 less than 0. So therefore roots are not real. Directly we can write roots are not real. And for some other example, if I say x square plus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So then I will get a is equal to 1, b is equal to 3, c is equal to 1. B square minus 4ac is 9 minus 4 into 1 into 1, which is 5. So therefore we have x is equal to minus b plus minus the square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So x is equal to negative 3 plus minus the square root of 5 divided by 2. So x is equal to negative 3 plus root 5 divided by 2, or x is equal to negative 3 minus root 5 upon 2. Alright, so this is called quadratic equation. We have discussed in the class the quadratic equation, how to identify whether a equation is a quadratic equation, and we have also discussed about the roots of the quadratic equation, and we have also studied about the factorization method, completing the square method, and formula method. And we have discussed a few problems on this. I hope you liked the video. Thank you.